Birmingham GTRCs back at it with some more action. Yep, you seeing it right there, guys. Arrma Typhon 6S BLX V4 ready to run 70 mph plus 1/8 scale buggy. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Horizon Hobby. Thank you, Arrma. Money well spent. Money well spent. £410 UK pounds of hard-earned money well spent. Right there, guys. I'm liking it. And as you all can see, and as a lot of you will probably know from looking at the reviews that are already out there, so I don't need to speak too much on what changes have been made. You all know what changes have been made to the servo savers, the motor mounts, the easy, changing diffs, front, rear, center, new controller, connectors, and so on. So yeah, guys, new car for the channel. I'm just like looking super forward to getting this out of the box and getting that smell of a new car, guys. Definitely. Oh man, waited a little while for this. I was gonna buy the V3. Few problems occurred and it didn't happen. And now I'm so glad that those problems occurred because they brought out the V4. So yeah, guys, man, I'm super happy about that. Super happy about that. But let's not talk too much. Let's get this thing out the box. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let me take a seat. Let's get close. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm pleased with my purchase. Wow. That new box smell. I like it. Man, what a buggy, guys. Just taking this out of the box for the first time. It's heavy. Not super heavy. But when you're messing around with 1/10 and 1/18 scales, yeah, it feels heavy, guys. But my first impressions, guys, is quality. Quality out the box. Everything just feels quality. Everything you touch feels quality. Everything just feels strong, sturdy, durable, and it just looks great. The attention to details. Arrma is definitely making a name for themselves and they're making a big comeback. Definitely. Man, what a buggy this is. Wow. And that sound, the sound of those metal gears, fresh. Let's get this controller out of the way. Oh, yeah, my opinions, guys, on the controller. I've never owned an Arrma, so I've never had the old controller. But yeah, I think I'm agreeing with a lot of people online about this controller. Feels a little cheap and plasticky. I would have liked some kind of rubber on the handle and definitely a thicker grip. The tension in the steering feels great. Definitely like that. A bit of rubber on there would be nice, but then I guess this will last longer than rubber because that does tend to crack and wear out after a while. But I do like the feel of rubber on the steering. But it does feel nice on the steering, loads of tension, feels lovely. And then you kind of get this little thing dangling down here, guys. Especially pressing reverse, it feels like there's no spring in it. And the position of it, guys. For me, with long fingers, I don't know if my hands, I'd say that I've got average size hands, but when I hold this controller in my hand with a firm grip, I just feels really weird to squeeze the actual throttle. And my knuckle feels like it's pressing against the controller. it doesn't feel right. It feels really weird. I'd like to kind of hold it more with the fingertip. But as you can see, I have to do that, I have to hold the controller towards the end of my fingers, because if I hold it in my hand firm, too much of my finger goes through the throttle, which just doesn't feel right trying to press the throttle. So yeah, guys, you could do with moving that forward a little bit and putting a little bit more tension in there. It does feel really soft and so forth. But you know, I haven't drove it yet, so you know, we'll see how it feels when I'm driving it. As you all know, the settings on there, straightforward, forward, reverse, for your throttle and steering, your throttle and steering trim, and your throttle and steering draw rates, and your throttle limiter, 50, 75 and 100. So that's all good. 4 AA batteries. Nothing too impressive, just a controller really. I'd expect something like this with something I spend 100 quid on, 200 quid on. When I spend £400 on that, I expect something a bit better. But hey, I'll use my own controller. It's a shame really, but I don't really care, because this thing just makes up for it. And I'm sure a lot of you agree. This thing makes up for it. And it just sounds awesome before I've even fired it up. Man, this thing just sounds sweet. Let me give you a little. And the faster it goes, the quieter it gets. So yeah, you shouldn't be doing any of the neighbours' heads in, blasting this up and down your street. But man, just the first impressions, the styling, the look, the feel, the textures, everything works. Everything works. Everything, the colours, I mean, it's my colour. I like red and black. It just works. Everything works. That matte look, the attention to details, the stickers, everything works. There's a few little bubbles, nothing crazy, just a few. You can barely notice on the camera. But man, this thing just feels quality, guys. I am super happy with this purchase. Not sure about that sticking out. Not really sure why they would do that and not position it further in so it's underneath or something like that. Or just make it a little bit shorter so it doesn't stick through the body. I just don't see the need for it to stick through the body. I can't see the body interfering with it if it was just under the body and there wasn't a hole there. But, you know, that's something I'll do for myself and get that out of the way and not have it sticking through the body. But again, the car just makes up for it. If there's anything on this car somebody dislikes, it's not really going to bother you, I'm sure, because everything else just makes up for it, guys. The suspension, the feel, I mean, that's just super silky smooth. Nice beefy shocks. Loads of adjustment on there. Loads of adjustment on there. You know, and just the simple things like being able to take the diffs out real easy and stuff like that, you know, for maintenance wise, and being able to keep it all greased up nice, because, you know, with a lot of cars, you're thinking about having to undo it all and redo it all back up and undo it all. A lot of people probably don't grease the diffs as often and stuff like that and check it. Well, yeah, that makes it easier. Being able to take the diffs out front and rear. But just the attention to detail is just, oh, I love it. Sway bars front and rear. I mean, this is my first Arrma, guys, so I don't know much about Arrma, but I can tell you now, man, all the videos are watched and a lot of the reviews are watched. This thing is just everything that everyone says it is. Do like the spoiler, high speed runs, and you know, there's going to be no drag from that really, just enough to do what it needs to do. You know, the whole profile of the car is just sleek. I do like it. I do like it. The tyres feel good. Rubber feels good. It just looks good, feels good. Ooh, that smell of rubber on my fingers, fresh rubber. But let's have a look inside. Let's see what we got. Let's get these. And I love the body clips. Ain't got to search around in the grass or anything like that for it. Let's get this off. Oh, look at that. Look at that. As you can see, I threw a 4S battery in there for you guys, just to see what a 6,000 milliamp 4S battery looks like in there. Well, some of you all know what this looks like and stuff, but for guys like me who've never owned an Arrma, my first one, so I threw a battery in there to see how well it fits, and look at the space I've got in there, guys. I mean, the battery strap and the actual, you can see under there, get just about squeeze my finger under there. There is loads of space in there, guys, for a bigger battery. So when you put that 6S battery in there, I mean, this thing's gonna hold almost any size battery, guys. Just the attention to detail though is great. I would have liked that somehow this strap does hold the battery down a little bit nicer, because obviously I know that lifts up to more room. So yeah, it would have been nicer the strap maybe could go underneath and just strap down without having to worry about that, or that could go lower, you know. But again, car makes up for it. You know, just everything being able to tie away your balance leads, just the overall look and quality of this and the feel of it. Man, this thing's it just feels so smooth. I haven't opened up that yet to have a look inside, but we know what's in there. Your receiver. Everything just looks nice. Everything just looks clean, tidy, well presented. Yep, these, as you can see, I got XT60s on my batteries. I run XT60s on everything, so I'm going to be going to XT90s. So I'm either going to get the converter or I'm going to take these off. But then I don't want to void the warranty because I'm not planning on making any major changes to this. So as I'm going to drive it as it is stock, I'm thinking, well, there's no point voiding the warranty and changing the battery leads, and then something does go wrong. It's the first thing they're going to say, oh, you changed the battery leads on it, that could be a problem, and blah, 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 blah. You know, if the ECU, the motor plays up. I don't want any excuses, really. So I'm going to see if I can get the converter and just can use the converter to convert to XT60s or XT90s. I have got some batteries on order with the EC5 connectors, so yeah, that's what I'll be using from now on, I guess, because the price of the actual batteries that go with these connectors are very pricey, you know, very pricey. And then you've got to get the charger too, but it's good that they are compatible. But everything just looks like everything I was expecting. I'm happy with this, guys. I am happy with this. Everything feels smooth, sturdy. You know, there's barely any play in the wheels. You know, barely. Just enough to not cause any, you know, loads of friction to cause more pressure on the motor or the ESC or anything like that. It's just, you know, everything feels nice. And these gearings and everything, the whole drivetrain feels like it can handle 8S. And I've never driven 8S, but it feels like, you know, 6S is, you know, a walk in the park for this buggy. You're on and off switch there, and that looks like a button there, so you can set the throttle trims and so forth, you know, the basic settings for the ESC. But I will put a programming card on there. One way or another, I'll find out how you do that. But yeah, I will be messing around with that, you know, get it set up to what I like, because I do like to do speed runs and stuff like that and race. I'm not really this guy that likes to jump buggies and stuff like that, because I tend to just go ouch, ouch, ouch when I watch everybody else doing it. So yeah, I don't really want to do it to mine. Not saying that I won't give it some, because I will. It's going to definitely take a few tumbles. But I'm not building this one, guys, for high speed running. Yes, I will do some high speed runs in it, but I've just brought this to drive, you know, just take it out and just drive it. So I'm not going to do much upgrading to this, because I've still got my eyes on the Italian. That's what I want to do up for my high speed runs, with the longer chassis and stuff and the wider wheels, and I want to do that one up for high speed runs. This one is just to have fun, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, yeah mate, you're gonna have a load and loads of fun with this. So yep, that's what I'm hoping, to have loads of fun with this. But my first impressions, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's great, man. Nice length on them wires as well. It has got a decent length, so you can see you can reach your battery leads no problem wherever, you know, it's a nice length in there. Obviously you can tuck them away underneath there, especially with the 4S. You can see there's a load of space, so you can easily have them tucked underneath and it's not going to be too squashed. But man, what can I say, man? There's just so much to talk about. So much to talk about this buggy. Having my first, you know, big brand buggy like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I like Traxxas. I do. I want a Rustler 4x4. I want a Fortec. I want an X-Max. But Arrma, I went with the one that I like the most. And that's Arrma, guys. Definitely. Definitely. Everything about this buggy is everything that I want in a buggy. And there's only one thing to do, is take it out, get it dusty, and see how it drives. As you probably know, there's a 14 tooth pinion and a 52 spur. So I'm going to run it on 4S. This is quite a high discharge battery. It's 50C to 100C discharge. So it's a decent 6,000 milliamp 4S battery. So I'm going to run it on 4S, stock, everything 4S. I will put the GPS on here and see how it gets on 4S. And I'll mess with the pinions and put the high-speed pinion on 4S and see how we get on. I will make slight adjustments for the high-speed run, you know, with the ride height and stuff. I may adjust the positions of the shocks. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm just going to set it up a little nicer for high-speed runs, because right, as you can see, it's there's a lot of movement in there. So, you know, I don't really want all that movement when I'm doing a high speed run. I want to get maximum speed and maximum control and maximum performance stock. So yeah, I'm going to adjust what I can that comes with the car stock. I'm not making any changes to it, no changes, none whatsoever. And then I'll do 6S the same, but I'm waiting for a 6S battery to come. So I'll do a 4S run, and then in another video, I'll do a 6S run. So as you can see, everything else is stock, but I will be changing, you know, a few little things. You know, I've seen a lot of people change out as well. Like these braces, I'll be changing out. I'm not going to change the servo until the servo breaks, but I will change the mount, which will probably help the servo last a bit longer with it being more firmer in there. Because as a lot of people say, after a while, this, you know, starts to give you a little bit of play in there and stuff. So I don't really want that to happen. But yeah, everything about this buggy, guys, the wheels, the tyres, everything just looks right. I do like these tyres. I like the way they feel. I like the way they look. It feels strong. The chassis feels strong. I mean, I've seen some guys bending them chassis, but you know, when you're nose diving it into the ground and having high speed crashes and jumping it, you know, 60 feet high in the air, yeah, of course you're going to bend it or break it. But yeah, guys, everything about this is right now is just looks quality. Definitely quality. Definitely quality right there, guys. So yeah, I'm hoping all you guys are gonna stay tuned for this one and watch me do what I do with my cars, and you know, get them souped up for high speed runs. As you know, got my A959 B118 scale, WL Toys, fastest in the world right there, 74 mile an hour. If anybody thinks they can beat me running on 3S, give it a go. Give it a go. You got my support, definitely. Anything you need to know, just ask. But yeah, with this one, I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I haven't even fired it up yet, obviously, with me having to do the battery. So I was going to change it, but I'm going to leave these connectors for now. I got 12 months warranty on it, so maybe I won't change them. Maybe I won't do much to this, to be honest with you. You know, with the 12-month warranty and stuff, might as well leave it as it is. And if anything breaks, that shouldn't break, I can get it sorted. My local hobby store just says bring it back in and we'll sort it. So that's what I'll do. Wheel spin motor, guys, in the UK, in Cannock. Called them up. Have you got them in stock? Yep, 8 in stock. So I went straight around and got myself one. I've been waiting for them to get one in stock, as I like to support my local store. I know there were some other stores that did have them, but I wanted to support my store, so I waited patiently. And then, yep, when I saw they had them in stock, I went and got one. And it's well worth the wait, guys. Well worth the wait. And the body, I do like the body. I really do like the body, the way it looks, everything. You know, the whole matte look, the colour. And of course, don't just bash, blast. Yep. I like it. Quality of the body, everything feels good. And as a lot of you know, buggies, the bodies don't really get that scraped up. I'll get a few scrapes on the roof probably and stuff, and stone chips, but they don't really get scraped up and smashed, because, you know, the shock towers and the spoiler and stuff, you know, it kind of helps the bodywork a lot. And, you know, the cutouts and everything, it's all in there. The whole design of the body, the airflow, I mean, they put a lot of thought into this. You know, it's not just looks. You know, a lot of what they've done here is for performance. You know, the way the body fits nice around the chassis, you know, there's not a lot of gap around the edges. So, you know, the airflow's real nice when you're jumping and running it, and keep a lot of dirt and stones out as well. It runs real nice. I may put a small strip of Velcro along the insides just to really keep it nice, but as it is stock, got no complaints, guys. I'm a happy guy with this buggy right now. I'm definitely a happy guy with this buggy right now, guys. And there you go. I mean, it's not major issue putting the body on, as you see with the aerial. As long as your aerial's sticking up straight, the body kind of just falls on real nice, you know, in line, because of the weight. It hugs the chassis, as you can see. Look, there's hardly any space there. Look, it's against the chassis more or less, so it just kind of drops into place real nice. Easy start at the back, and then your front just drops in. Rather, because if you try to start from the front end's got a little bit of give. I'm assuming that's for if you're bashing it or you crash it and you get that little bit of flex, it's not going to crack the body, as you can see. So there's that little bit of give in the front, which is a nice little touch, to be honest. Save you cracking the body and splitting it. And yeah, Arrma's thought a lot of things through. They've been listening to a lot of people. I've been watching a lot of videos. A lot of people wanted this, wanted that, wanted this, and it seems Arrma's delivering. So the next thing for me to do is to get this thing out and do what Arrma says. Don't just bash, blast. Well, I don't bash, but I'm definitely going to blast this. Definitely going to blast this. Definitely going to blast this. But before I take it out on the dirt, I'm going to take it for a run. 50%, 75%, 100% 4S. Break it in nice. Start at 50, you know, break all the bearings in and everything in nice, you know, and slowly build up the power when everything starts to wear in real nice, and, you know, keep it all running nice. We don't want to overdo it straight away out the box. We want it to all flow nice, especially with, you know, it'll last longer. It's a bit of common sense, really. It'll just last longer. But that's me, guys. I don't want to let the video drag out too much. This is Birmingham GTRCs with my new Arrma Typhon V4. Stay tuned. I'm going to have a lot more to come from this one. And of course, I've got my other buggies as well to come. More footage. But yeah, guys, I hope you like this one, because I definitely do. I definitely do. Not keen on that. but definitely this is money well spent. Money well spent. Arrma tough, baby.